Truckers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Musa in New Jersey. You're on the other side of midnight with Lionel.
Hey, good morning, guys. Excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold.
That's quite all right, sir.
I was shot multiple times, and all I remember was...
Wait a minute. Stop. You can't just say that. What were the circumstances?
I can't tell you the circumstances, but I was shot multiple
Now,
times.
wait a minute. Hold it. I don't want to have names, but was this are you a policeman? Were you involved in some type
illegal
of...
stuff.
Okay,
Illegal
okay,
stuff.
okay, fair enough. Does it make you a bad person? I'm just curious, right?
I used to be a bad person. Not anymore.
What changed you?
Life itself.
Interesting. You also grew up, didn't you?
Just want to be a better person.
Good for you, sir. I applaud you. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
So all I remember was being in the prep room for surgery, and a bunch of college students walked in with the professor, and they put a mask over my face, and I woke up 3 days later. It felt like I woke up 10 years later. And the only thing I remember was like people touching me and praying and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know if it was like, I can't say it was, my soul, this, that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know. I can feel people touching me. That's all. People touching. I can hear people talking, praying. And that's about it.
Did you ever know? Did you ever know who these people were?
Oh yeah, they were like friends and family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I could say, oh yeah, you was in the hospital. And it was like, well, how you know you was knocked out? I was like, because I heard you. After you found out, what was your prognosis? Where were you shot? How close were you to death? What were not the specifics, but what about the circumstances behind it? How bad were you hit? So I was hit pretty bad. I was hit at point blank range.
Wow. May I ask you where?
Yeah. And my stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever stop for a second? And sometimes they call this survivor's guilt, sometimes not. But for whatever reason, luck, happenstance, entropy, I don't know what, but for whatever reason, you missed death by who knows?
Look, growing up in Patterson, I've seen a lot. Mm-hmm. I've seen dead bodies. I've seen people get murdered in front of me. When I was around 4 or 5 years old, I seen a guy. That was the first time I seen somebody get their brains beaten out their head.
Wow.
So I've been through a lot. Yeah, I've been pretty blessed. And at that point, I was already looking for a way out. I was looking for something else to do.
What, may I ask you, what kind of in Patterson? I mean, where did you live? Most people spend their whole life, they never see 10% of what you've seen. What was that like to live there?
Well, in the late 70s and the early 80s, it was like a war zone. It wasn't like now where... Like, I don't know if you remember, like a couple of weeks ago, there was like a shootout in Newark.
Right.
And the family was standing in the middle of the block. And there were guys on one end on the block, and there were guys on the other, and they were shooting at each other. Mm-hmm. And they hit everybody that was innocent. They didn't hit each other.
Right.
But when I was growing up, if you had a problem with somebody, you go right to them, and then you take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, you wouldn't shoot at them from a, distance. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. I no, I understand. It was very up close and personal.
Yeah, right.
I'm curious about one thing too, Musa. By the way, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Musa? Am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What I'm fascinated by, also in addition to this, is when you said, I've got to change this. Many people don't. Many people, same situation, same environment, same dangers, but they don't take the hint. They don't respond.
No, everybody wants a way out. Everybody. Don't let that fool you.
Really?
The toughest and hardest man and woman on this earth, believe me, they've seen enough. I mean, that's like a butcher. Like my friend, he's a butcher by trade.
Mm-hmm.
And one time we was out fishing and we was talking, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't want to do this no more." And I said, "Why? You make good money." He says, "Man, I see so much blood.
Mm-hmm.
You get tired of it. It gets exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
You want better for your children." I have a son. He's 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't never see a day of public school. Now, do you think that if I never changed my life, my son probably would have followed?
You say he never saw? I'm sorry. What about the public school? I didn't hear you.
My son is 23 years old, and he never saw a day of public school.
It was all private
Never.
school?
All private school.
Okay. I thought you were going to say he never went to school.
Imagine if I didn't change my life.
Right.
Imagine if I changed my life.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying? He would have been exposed to that garbage. He would have been walking home with his pants hanging halfway down his butt. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I understand completely. What I want to know is, if I theoretically, imagine that I was the president or I was the mayor and I hired you as my public safety commissioner, what would you do if you could do anything in the world to make sure that people learn from your experience? How do we stop this? Is it family? Is it education? Is it society? What is it?
Education. I met a guy from Cuba. He's a school teacher by trade.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting down on the side of the house one day. We was talking, and he looked at me. He said, "You know what's the cure to racism and most of the problem of the world?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Education." Because if people was to educate themselves, right? For instance, let's say, for instance, like, you know how now you got the Jews and the Muslims and everybody's hating each other.
Right.
And by the way, I'm Muslim. So if I was to educate myself in Christianity, read the Torah, and just educate myself to understand other people, I think the hatred will just go away, and the intellect will take over. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Because there's no black, there's no white, there's no color. There's no color in the world. If there was no color in the world, then all the religions would get along. Because I experienced racism within Islam. I have. And that's because of ignorance, because people think they say, "Oh, Islam is an Arabic religion." No, it's not. Arabic is you go into the urban areas. Oh, Arabic Islam is that's for the black people. No, it's not.
Well, Musa,
it's for everyone.
Musa, I want to thank you, my friend. I appreciate so much the fact that you called and shared this with us and sharing your history. It's incredible. I really appreciate it, sir.
Well, and I like I said, and I wish that in these urban areas like Patterson, Noy, Jersey City, with the corruption of the politicians, I hope they put that to the side and really focus on the kids and get some kind of reading program going on. It doesn't matter if they reading about their favorite baseball player or their football player. Get them to read. You have to get the youth to read if you want to see change in any city, any state, any country. Reading is the key. Forget about your breath stink, you fart, it stinks, I don't want to be around you, look at you, you're different, your hair color's different. Read a book.
Musa, I thank you, my friend.
Life.
I thank you immensely for this call. We will never forget it. Sincerely, truly, thank you, sir.